So much has changed since a year ago. So here we are again, end of another year. So here we are again, year 3 of making this video. Whew, here we are. The 4th year of me doing this video. Absolutely crazy. I genuinely can't believe it. This is wild. A lot of things are the same, but a lot of things are different. I may be in a different place, a different house, but I still have the same chai in the same cup that I always drink it in. Same Taylor Swift album coasters. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that I've been able to sit down every single year that I've been on this channel and kind of reflect and go through, just take this moment every single year to look back on everything that I've done. Just take a pause to see like actually how much I've accomplished within the year, and also kind of compare this year to the last year before that, and then also look ahead to the next year and set goals and hopes and dreams for the year to come. I watched all 3 of my previous videos yesterday, and I cannot believe that I was able to get myself to sit down every single year at the same time to recap the year and see if I met my goals and make new ones. This year I am filming late in the day. It's almost dark outside. I feel like I've been procrastinating it, thinking about, you know, the next year and everything. I feel like that perfectly encapsulates this year for me, running behind and just doing the best that I can, but still showing up and still getting it done. I think that's the most important thing, because I do feel like this year had been so much. I literally said that in my last video, but I feel like every single year I said like, wow, this year was so challenging and this year was good in this way and that way, and I feel like every year I am surprised about how many more challenges I am able to overcome, because I feel like this year it's hard to say it wasn't a good year because it was one of the best years ever. I got to see Taylor Swift 9 times, and I got to do it with all of my best friends and make so many memories this year. I just had so many highs, but I think sometimes you forget, and you know, you only see what I show you guys, and so I think on the surface it looks like I peaked this year. But I think with that comes the very low lows, and I feel like this year was like every other day, up and down, up and down. I have never been more emotionally unstable. And I feel like you can already tell in this video, I am all over the place. If I could explain this year in one phrase, it would be all over the place. Physically, mentally, spiritually, literally. I feel like being 25 and living through this year has been one of the hardest years personally, but this year has also been the most successful, fulfilling year professionally for me, in my career, in my channel, in all of my endeavors. I've worked so hard this year, and I feel like sometimes I totally do not give myself enough credit for how much I was able to do this year. This was the year that I accomplished some of my really long-term goals, and I feel like sometimes when you're working towards a goal for so long, when you finally get there, you're just like, I did it, now what do I do? I don't know why it felt, it's like I had this goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers since I started the YouTube channel. Like, that's all that I thought about, and that was the number that I worked towards. And now that I've hit it, I feel like I'm a little bit lost in terms of what's next. Now that I don't have that goal that seemed so far away. I put so much pressure on myself the last 3 years to like grind and work and like get to that place that I feel like I kind of burnt myself out in the last year or so. And I don't know how long you guys have been here watching the channel, but for 3 straight years, I posted twice a week, which is a lot, especially when you are not making any money for the first, I don't know, year, almost 2 years. I was making like nothing, but I was still putting in like a full-time job's worth of hours on my YouTube videos and on my guitar lessons and just everything that goes along with having a YouTube channel and basically a business. I'm basically running a business on my own. As all entrepreneurs say, in the beginning, you are going to do a lot of work and not see results, and I feel like I was just like pushing through, kind of sprinting to the end, and I feel like I wish I would have enjoyed the journey. I think about years like 2021. I was so stressed out and I was so worried that I was going to fail that I feel like I didn't enjoy that time of like building something and seeing the progress slowly, you know, see your goals slowly being achieved. And then this year, I was achieving so many goals that I had always worked towards, and by the end, I was just exhausted. Being a content creator is such an emotional roller coaster because some days you are so inspired, you are so motivated, you want to create everything and work all day, all night. You have all these ideas and I'm feeling really creatively fulfilled, and then I'll have days where I just cannot leave the couch and I feel so unmotivated and I feel so defeated and like imposter syndrome and like I'm failing and like all this stuff. I think part of that comes with being somebody who has ADHD, and I have these intense moments of hyper focus and passion driven and creative and everything, and then I have, you know, like the lows where you can't focus, you feel, you know, you're having task paralysis, you can't get yourself out of bed to do what you need to do. So I feel like this year has been a lot of just trying to deal with that, as well as just kind of continue to grow, I guess. But this year was the year that I got to meet you guys. I got to meet so many people. I feel like the amount of connection I felt within the community was what I had always wanted, and what I actually was like, honestly, the real goal. It wasn't getting to like some arbitrary number. Of course, 100,000 people is a lot, and I'm so grateful and just so proud of myself for hitting that goal. The thing that makes me smile is like knowing the people that are behind behind those numbers and seeing faces and actually getting to meet the people that watch my videos, the people that I'm messaging with in my DMs, and the people that come to my guitar classes, and the people that comment on my videos. It was just the best thing ever. I will never forget the first time that somebody recognized me, and that was at night 1 of the Eras tour in Arizona. I just heard my name and I looked behind me, and I knew it could be possible that maybe someone at the Taylor Swift concert watches my videos, but I was just like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Over the course of the summer and the more shows that I went to, I almost met at least one person at every show that watches my channel, and every single time it just made my entire life, honestly, especially the little girls that would come up to me and tell me that I taught them how to play guitar. You know, they feel like I'm their friend, and because it just like truly is, like, you guys are my friends, and like I will not hesitate to just hug you. As soon as you tell me that you watch my channel, I'm like, give me a hug. I want to take a picture together because I never want to take for granted everything that you guys have given me, because I would not be doing this today if you guys didn't watch my videos. Truly, I think about it and I'm like, this is my dream job. My dream job is to play Taylor Swift songs on guitar and talk about Taylor Swift, trade friendship bracelets with you guys, and just like live in this like beautiful community. I want to inspire others. I want to motivate others, and I want other people to motivate me, and I just want to bring comfort into people's lives, because truly Taylor Swift has been that person for me. So the fact that I could even remotely be like that for somebody else, it gives me a lot of purpose, and I feel like I have not felt more sure that this is what I'm supposed to do. I feel like there's been so many signs this year that this is what okay guys, I don't get emotional, like, ever. You will not catch me crying on the internet. I don't do that, but when I talk about it, it just makes me emotional, because like, I feel like if I didn't have that connection this year, I don't know if I would be continuing on with YouTube. And every time I feel like every time I feel like I want to give up, or that what I'm doing doesn't matter, I just think about those people that came up to me, because it helps me remember that you guys are counting on me and that you care about me, and you guys are so generous and loving. You send me the nicest comments and the nicest DMs. Honestly, like that was the best part of my whole year. You guys are the best part of my whole year. Taylor Swift was obviously top tier, highlight of the year, but truly, you guys are it. So thank you. If you were to go back and tell 2020 Nena, who was graduating college in the pandemic, that I would be here today, I would not believe you. If you told me my full-time job is playing guitar and talking about Taylor Swift on the internet, that I got to go to the Taylor Swift concert 9 times this year, that itself would just make everything that I went through in the last 3 years worth it, because these 3 years have been some of the toughest years for me mentally, and to have this bright light throughout all of it has been such a blessing, and I'm so eternally grateful for that. I'm just gonna go through and list some of my favorite memories from this year, because as much as it was a challenging year, I had some of the best moments of my whole life this year. Definitely top of the list this year was going to opening weekend with my 2 best friends, and every time I rewatch that video, it makes me cry because of how happy and how complete joy that I felt throughout that whole weekend of us. There's truly no other place like the Taylor Swift concert. Every single time I've been to a Taylor Swift concert, I've had the best night of my life. I just think the impact that Taylor Swift has had on my entire life, when you get to that concert and you know that they're in the same room as you, it is totally overwhelming emotionally. And every single time I saw the concert, I cried in the beginning. I just became overwhelmed with emotion, and because I just feel like I've gone through so much, this person has been a huge part of that. I think people make fun of Taylor Swift fans for being so emotional and so invested, but when someone's music is the soundtrack to your life and they're standing right in front of you, it is the most full circle experience. especially when I'm with my friends, because in high school I had terrible friends and Taylor Swift got me through those 4 years. I think like every time I'm at the Taylor Swift concert or every time I'm listening to Taylor Swift with my friends, I just think about that sad little high schooler. If she only knew how happy she would be with friends who truly care about her and seeing her idol Taylor Swift in person so many times. Anyways, I feel like that was a lot of reflecting we just did there. So I'm just gonna go through and list a few other memories. So I took a road trip to Montana and Jackson Hole, Wyoming with some of my friends from college and my sister, and that was so much fun. I love national parks, I love hiking and all of that, and so that was a really fulfilling trip. Flying to Minnesota for 24 hours to see Taylor Swift with my friend from college, that was a highlight. Going to the East Coast with my best friend from high school, seeing Cornelia Street, New York, all the Taylor Swift things, Holiday House, that was another full circle moment. One of my favorite trips we've ever taken. Going to Nashville for the Taylor Swift concert and going to my first concert by myself. The second night in Nashville when I got a last minute ticket and I went alone was like so freeing. I don't know how to explain it. It was like one of the best nights. And I usually get so much anxiety about going places alone. So the fact that I will literally do anything for Taylor Swift, like no matter how anxious I am, truly just gives testament to how much she impacts my life, because I will do anything for Taylor Swift. So that was really memorable. And also the rain show in Nashville with me and my sister being huddled in the pouring rain and lightning, which was miserable at the time, but is a great memory to look back on, because I think that concert holds a special place in my heart, because Taylor came on at 10 p.m. It was pouring rain, yet everybody was still so excited, and like you could feel the energy, how happy everybody was that the concert was still going on, and also that she played Would've, Could've, Should've, and I screamed my head off. So all that to say, 2023 was such a chaotic year. Some of my favorite videos this year, all of my Eras Tour vlogs, those are some of my favorite videos I've ever made. I feel like I really got to share more of me with you guys this year, more of like my life and my personality, and it's been so fun. Okay, let's talk about if I met my goals this year for the channel, because I always like to go back and look and see if I accomplished the goals, have the goals changed, and what goals am I going to make for next year. So first on my list, let's see here. The biggest goal, my first goal when I started last year, was to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I did that, which is crazy. And I talked about this earlier. It's just been like the craziest milestone, and I still can't believe it. I feel like it hasn't sunk in. Like I have it hung on my wall upstairs, and every time I look at it, I'm like, that is real, and that is a photo I've had on my vision board for over 3 years, and I did it. And at the time that I put that goal out there, it was impossible. I literally had like 4,000 subscribers. So I don't know, maybe we'll be putting the gold play button on the board this year. I don't know. You never know. Okay, and then my other kind of goal to go with that was to grow on Instagram and TikTok, and I did kind of. I grew on Instagram. I think I had like 11,000 followers on Instagram, and then on TikTok, I've had the best time on TikTok this year. I think I grew to like 24K on TikTok, but I had a few TikToks go viral this year. It was like all the kind of Eras Tour ones. The first weekend in Arizona, me and my friends made a TikTok like getting ready for the Eras Tour, like night one. We had so much fun making that TikTok, and I just posted it on our way into the concert. And then when we got back to our hotel after that night, it had gone viral, and it got like over 1 million views, and I feel like I've never had a TikTok get that many views. And then there was another TikTok that I posted, and then on the way to the concert, I find out that Taylor Swift liked my TikTok. She has seen my face. And then I just feel like I had a really fun time making TikToks this year. I really want to continue to be consistent, because I feel like I'm sporadically get inspired and want to make a bunch of TikToks, and then sometimes I don't feel inspired. So I want to just keep it consistent and not go to the extremes. But I do love TikTok, and interacting with people on there, and the Swift Talk community has been fun. My second goal was to get an LLC for my channel / business, and I did not get that this year. I feel like I've been so disorganized on the business side of things. I'm obviously more of a creative person, so my business brain is not quite the best. But this year, I really need to do that. So that will be a goal that is moved over to this year. And then my last goal with that one is to let go of the views equal success, like internal structure that I have in my brain. And I feel like we're working on it. I feel like I haven't quite made it past that hurdle of kind of comparing myself to others, or just like really being focused on views and subscribers and numbers. I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in it, and just like it makes you feel really bad about yourself. So I feel like lately I have not been looking at my analytics as much, and I feel like that's a good thing. I need to not really look at it. Of course, it's important to know if your videos are doing well and what you need to improve on, but being hyper focused on the numbers is not good for me mentally, and I feel like that is something that is known, but it's something that is not quite easy to like let go of. So I'm hoping this year I can just finally let go being so obsessed with how many views I'm getting on videos and what's doing well or whatever. So we're working on that one. Goal number 3 was to get sponsored, and I feel like at the time that I set this goal, I really wasn't sure if that was possible, but I did it. By the end of the year, I had done 2 sponsorships. I am so proud of myself because that was something that gave me such anxiety, to have to deal with the business side of YouTube and like negotiate and stuff. And along with this goal was to kind of get a management team or something, someone to help me. And I did, and I had this company reach out to me and ask if I would be interested in working with them to get brand deals. And so I've been working with my manager for, I feel like maybe 6 months now, and she has been great. Love you, Jacqueline. Shout out to you, because I feel like she works so hard for me. Truly answers all my questions all the time. If I have any like worries or anything, she's always there to help me clear it up or talk it out or reach out to brands and negotiate and do all that stuff for me. And so I'm very appreciative to now have that support, because you know, it's hard when it's just yourself and you're doing everything and you have no one to delegate to. So I'm really, really, really happy and grateful that I now have her to help me. If I continue to get more brand deals, I will be able to bring you guys more content. You know, I think sometimes people get annoyed if content creators have sponsorships, but it's truly what keeps us going sometimes, depending on what niche you're in. Some people make a lot more than others off of their YouTube content, YouTube AdSense, and so to have sponsorships means a consistent income and that you can continue to post videos so that you guys can watch them for free. So yeah, I'm really proud and very happy that I hit that goal, because I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to do that. My 4th goal was to learn Photoshop and get an iPad and an Apple Pencil. So this is a goal that changed. I mean, of course, one day I feel like I want to learn how to use Photoshop, but I don't know. I feel like I'm forcing myself into this like graphic design thing that I'm not super passionate about, but I do always want to keep growing in my craft and to learn new things and editing and just make my videos better every year. I feel like I have done that regardless of not learning Photoshop. I feel like I've leveled up my editing so much this year. I've been spending so much time on Canva creating overlays and graphics and kind of using Canva as Photoshop and using it to the best of its ability, because you can do amazing things with Canva and it is super user friendly, and that's why I really like it. I did not get an iPad, but my sister did, and so I'm counting this as like a half goal, like I half achieved it, because my sister has the iPad and the Apple Pencil, and so I do have access to one where I can learn how to use Procreate, which is the next thing that I want to do. The last goal that I set for myself was super kind of vague, but it was embrace change. And I feel like I'm the type of person that doesn't really like when plans are changed, and I'm not as flexible as I maybe should be on certain things. And so I feel like this year I really just had no choice. You have to embrace change because things around you, you're not going to have control over it. I feel like when a lot of things are out of my control, I don't do well. And so I feel like this year I've had to really just kind of learn how to accept the things that I have no control over and embrace the changes that are going to be happening in my life, which is a lot when you're turning 26. I just turned 26, and so that comes with like a whole thing of being like, oh my gosh, I'm in my late 20s now. This is crazy because I don't even feel old enough to be 26 internally, and I don't feel old enough to have my own health insurance and to live on my own. I just still feel, I don't know, I don't feel that old. Again, it's like all a part of growing up and becoming like an adult and a functioning member of society. Like me and my sister moved out this year, which has been so fun, but it comes with so much internal like emotions, I guess, like leaving your childhood home behind, leaving your childhood behind. It's very sad, you know? The last night spent in my childhood bedroom was so sad because it's like I know that I can't be here forever, but it is, you can still like mourn that loss. And so as much as I absolutely love our house, everything about it, like the way that we decorated it, like how, you know, girly and just colorful it is. Eventually I'll do a house tour, maybe this coming year. We truly were able to make this house into something that we love, and so that's something I'm so grateful for, and I'm so grateful that I was able to move out this year. Lots of changes, but growing up is challenging, and I feel like not enough people are talking about how difficult it is emotionally and not just like physically. Like you can have the means and the financial stability to move out, but like the mental and emotional part of it is also challenging to get through. So yes, those are my goals for 2023, and I think I did a pretty good job on them. Even surpassed some of them. I never thought that I would be teaching my live stream, my guitar lessons every single week, but that has been something that has been so fulfilling to me this year that I did not plan on doing. And so the fact that I've been able to connect with you guys through the guitar classes every single week and like chat with you guys in real time and play guitar with you has been like so fulfilling to me, especially as somebody who loves to play guitar. And I have not been posting as much guitar content anymore on my channel, so I was having like a little hole in my heart for my guitar community, and I'm so happy that we have that now, and I'm excited to continue that into the new year. Okay, this video is getting slightly longer than I thought it would be, but I guess I had a lot to say. Okay, so now my goals for 2024. So I usually set 5 big goals for my channel every year. And so my first goal, I don't know, I feel like I always need something to work towards. So my first goal is to hit 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, which, you know, obviously numbers are starting to matter less to me, and it's more about the quality of the content that I'm creating and am I feeling fulfilled, and also is it paying the bills? So those are like the main things. If all of those things are taken care of, then the number doesn't really matter. But in that vein of wanting to hit 200K, it's more so just me wanting to continue to grow and to not be complacent, because I feel like the minute you get comfortable, you stop growing. And so I want to continue to grow and experience new things and like not necessarily like change, but just continue on the uphill with this channel, because I feel like my content has branched out so much this year, and I just want to continue to just grow and go wherever my creative process is telling me to. My second goal is one that we're carrying over from 2023, and that is to create an LLC for Nena Shelby, and also just kind of like get my business affairs in order, because I feel like I've been procrastinating it for so long. I need to get an accountant, I need to get a business bank account, get all my ish together, and I need to start looking at this channel like a business rather than a hobby, because I feel like at first it felt more like a hobby than like my actual job because of, you know, because I like what I do. But I really do need to like be an adult this year and really get all of my things in order. So I'm really hoping to do that in the first half of the year so it doesn't stress me out any longer. Goal number 3 is one that I just like thought of like an hour ago, but I wrote get invited to an event. I'm not even sure what kind of event I'm talking about, I guess, but like I feel like I see all these people going to fun events, influencers. I really don't consider myself an influencer. I just feel like I like the title content creator more. I don't really like the term influencer because I feel like I don't really influence that much. I just talk about Taylor Swift. But I do want to get to like a fun event or something. If it has to do with Taylor Swift, that is a bonus. Meet people on the internet because I have like no real internet friends, and I feel like so many other creators have friends in the industry, and I feel like this year I was able to meet Ali Sheehan in person in LA when we went to the Grammy Museum, and that was so fun. And I feel like I don't have that many content creator friends, but she has been so helpful to me. I've been able to text her, ask her questions about video stuff and editing, and like we just like swipe up on each other's stories, and it just feels good to have someone else in the industry that I can text or ask questions to. So shout out to Ali. It's been great to have another, not just content creator, but Swiftie content creator friend in the industry. So yeah, I feel like my goal is to make more friends on the internet. My next goal is to get a new vlogging camera. I got a vlogging camera to take to the Eras tour, and I literally bought it the day before the concert, and it was like totally an impulse purchase. And I took it to the concert and I filmed the first 2 shows that I went to, and then when I went to download the footage, it was good, but like in having the camera, I should have just done more research or like whatever. I feel like this was the only camera that they had in stock in the store, and I wasn't leaving without one to take to the concert with me. But if I were to do it over again, I would have like researched way more ahead of time and bought the actual camera that I wanted, because then I ended up taking it back the next week. So I returned the camera after I, you know, tried it out at the Eras tour, and I decided it just wasn't what I was looking for, and that's a lot of money to just spend on something so impulsively. So I took it back, and I will be researching for a camera that I'm actually going to use a lot and that has everything that I want in it. And then my very last goal is something I came up with a few weeks ago, and I'm like, why haven't I thought of this before? But I feel like after meeting so many people this year in the community and at the concerts and everything, I feel like I crave that connection, and it has been so fun. So a goal that I have this year is to host a Swiftie event, like something local in Southern California, just because that is what is attainable at the moment. But I just think it would be so fun to get people together, trade bracelets, maybe have like a picnic event and take pictures, and I don't even know what it's gonna look like, but I would love to host like a Swiftie community event around, like locally. I feel like that would be so much fun. Want to focus on community this year and everybody, and just really connecting with you guys. And then also I was thinking maybe of doing merch this year. Let me know if you guys want me to design merch, because I've been thinking about it for a while, and I feel like it would be really fun to come out with some merch. So let me know if that's something that you guys want me to work on, because it's something that I am thinking about doing for next year. And then lastly, this goal I'm just gonna throw out there: attend an Eras tour show in 2024. I really want to do that. I currently don't have tickets, but I would love to make it to Europe or something and go to one of the shows, or go to one of the shows that is in the US at the end of 2024. So if you have extra tickets that you want to sell to me, let me know, because I cannot stand the amount of FOMO I'm gonna have this year if I am not at the Eras tour. Some of you might think I am crazy, and you would be correct, because as you can see, I will do anything and be so financially irresponsible when it comes to Miss Taylor. To end out this video, I just want to say thank you, just thank you so much. I am ending the year feeling so grateful. If you've made it to this point in the video, thank you, because you are truly carrying the average view duration, and I am so grateful for that. To anybody who came up to me and said hi this year, to anybody that I met at the Eras Tour, thank you. And I am so happy that I got to meet you guys. To everybody who sent me a nice DM, to everybody that has commented on any video, anything nice to me, even if you haven't commented, even if you just watch every video I post, or even if this is the first video you're watching, thank you. You guys have been so generous to me this year, and I will never forget it. So here's to ending 2023 with gratitude despite the challenges. And here's to the hope that I am feeling going into 2024. I feel like I'm going into this next year feeling really hopeful and just ready for not like a new beginning, but kind of. You know, I love a new beginning. So, cheers to the last chai of the year. I've had the time of my life with you guys this year, and I will see you guys next year. Bye. I just talked for over an hour, and I literally thought I was gonna talk for like 15 minutes, so. Also, I hope you guys liked that intro to this video because it took me so many days to make, and it was my favorite thing I've ever made.